Okay, welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm Lady Nyca. We'll try this again. My grandson just received his 1-year-old immunization, and he's not feeling it at all, and he's not letting me be great either. But I'm going to try to get through this article that I want to discuss with you guys, and hopefully I'll be able to get through it without a baby crying in the background. So, one of my love things over on the Instagram sent me an article. I think she sent it a couple of days ago, but I'm just now getting around to being able to check this out. It's about a black family over in Arizona that was coming out of a Family Dollar store in late May, and the little 4-year-old daughter had taken one of the little dolls, one little Barbie dolls or whatever, and instead of the store personnel just stopping the parents who may not have even been aware that the daughter had the doll at all or not. Instead of them stopping them, apparently police were called, and the police decided to step it up a notch. When I say step it up a notch, I mean they actually had guns drawn down on this family and threatened to shoot the pregnant mother over the alleged shoplifting incident. And the family now there has been apologies made to the family on behalf of the police chief and the mayor, but the family don't feel it. They want more done. They feel like those apologies from the police chief and the mayor are a slap in the face. They want the officers held accountable, and community leaders are calling for rallies and protests this week to address the broader toxic police culture in Arizona City. Everyone knows that they are not fit to be policing, says Drayvon Ames, the father of the family, regarding the 2 cops who threatened them in a Family Dollar store parking lot in late May. Just like any other job, those officers should be held accountable, and they're not being held accountable at all. In a bystander video that went viral last week, the 2 officers run toward Ames and his fiancée, Aisha Harper, vehicle with their guns drawn. Officers later said they were responding to a call about a theft in a store. "Get out the fucking car," one of the officers shouted, adding, "Put your hands up." "I can't put my hands up," Harper replies. "I have a fucking baby in my hands, and I can't. I'm pregnant." Officers slammed Ames against the vehicle, cuffed him, and then kicked him in the back of the knee. "You're going to get fucking shot," one officer shouted. One of the 2 children in the car, a 4-year-old girl, had stolen a doll from the store without her parents' knowledge. "It was very terrifying for me and my children because they've never been through anything like that, especially when the guns have been pointed at them," Harper said at a Monday press conference. "I always taught my daughters to depend on the police if something happened, but she had to find out herself that she cannot depend on the police." Ames and Harper have filed a $10 million civil suit against the city of Phoenix. "This is sad that this happens every day, every hour in America," said their attorney, Sandra Slayton, at the press conference. But there is a video of this, and thank God there was. The family is also getting assistance from rapper Jay-Z, who has hired another top lawyer to join the legal team in the case. Over the weekend, the Phoenix police chief put out a video statement on Facebook in which she spoke directly to the camera. "I, like you, am disturbed by the language and actions of our officers." She also appeared on a local NBC station saying that she was with everyone in the community who is angry. Phoenix Mayor Kate Gallego also apologized in writing on Twitter that she was deeply sorry for what the family went through. She also called the officers' actions completely inappropriate and clearly unprofessional, but their apologies are falling flat. "Inappropriate and unprofessional," says Kate McKinley, a community leader who runs an organization called Black Women of Faith. How about inhumane? How about that word? Williams said that she put the officers involved in the incident on desk duty after she became aware of the video last week, but for the family and the community members, that's not enough. Apologize to their face. They didn't apologize to this family. They went on an apology tour, says a spokesperson for the family at the press conference. This is 2019. This is not 1959. We're not going to be treated as anything less than human beings. If you want to apologize to the Ames Harper family, bring it on down and apologize to their face. Only weeks ago, Phoenix Police Department said that it was reviewing hundreds of disturbing, racist, and violent Facebook posts by nearly 100 current and former officers. The posts, which were compiled in a database by researchers at the Plainview Project, shows officers calling black people thugs, sharing images of Confederate flags, writing things like "good day" for a chokehold. Williams said that she was shocked by some of the photos and had pulled some of the officers off their enforcement duties. An investigation by the Phoenix New York Times found that 11 of the Phoenix officers included in the database had been accused of killing or gravely injuring people. Members of the community pointed to the Facebook post as further evidence that the Phoenix Police Department is plagued by racist, toxic, violent culture. Last year, the police in Phoenix, the fifth most populous state in the U.S., shot and killed 44 people, more than any other large city. Police officials blame a surge in violent crimes. When Williams, Phoenix's first black female police officer, took office in 2016, she positioned herself as an ally to the community. She extolled the virtues of community policing, which is promoted by the Obama-led Justice Department. She expressed deep support for the Black Lives Matter and said that she recognized the protest movement was spawned by a rash of men of color, sometimes women of color, being killed by the hands of law enforcement. But at the time, she tried to maintain favor within the law enforcement community by attacking on statements like, "Frankly, I'm about all lives matter." After Williams took office, a group of community activists, including McKinley and from the Black Women of Faith, submitted a 12-point plan for healing, reconciliation, and peace to the Phoenix Police Department. That was after several years of us protesting and trying to wait for them to come up with a solution, says McKinney. We can no longer wait. People are dying. Their lives are in danger. This is an immediate action that needs to be taken. Among the recommendations, community members called on the city of Phoenix to immediately turn over investigations into fatal shootings and brutality to an outside law enforcement agency. They also urged Phoenix Police Department to immediately complete sensitivity and diversity training that they'd abandoned earlier in the year to speed up the process of outfitting all officers with body cameras. None of those recommendations have been implemented yet, Ms. McKinney says. They have done not a damn thing, including the purchase. They haven't done a damn thing, including the purchasing of body cameras. On Tuesday, the community activists plan to rally at City Hall to pressure officials to adopt the recommendations. The rally will coincide with a town hall that the mayor is hosting about the incident. Black leaders, sports figures, music, politics, community, the church have put their hands around this young couple because of the absolute injustice they have endured. I'm not surprised. This is not something new. In many of our cities and states that we find that the police are not quite policing as they should be. I used to tell my children all the time when they were growing up that the police, if you feel in danger or you need help, call the police. Now, in the world that we have been living in the last few years, I'm not so confident in telling them that, because you never know if the police officer that shows up to help you will indeed hurt you. Now, again, I'm not justifying the fact that the little girl took a doll, but it's a little 4-year-old a little 4-year-old child. She stole a little doll, couldn't have cost no more than about $5. And I just think the level that they went to try to accost this family about that was a little bit much, in my opinion. There is video footage of these cops really actually trying to threaten the pregnant mother, meanwhile abusing the father. And the family was not aware that the baby had done that before. And I can understand that because, see, I've had this situation happen. I done had it as a child, and I've had it as a woman who had children. My kids have picked up stuff before, and I know now because of what I went through as a child to make sure that they don't pick up things. Because at 4 years old, they don't understand that they can't just pick it up and go. A kid see a toy, they want their toy, and sometimes they don't ask mama. They try to be slick and they walk out of there. But that could have been a bad situation over a very small thing. All they had to do was to make the family aware that the child had actually walked out the store with the item and took it from there. I don't think guns should have been drawn down on this family. I don't think they should be cursed out and told to get the F out the car and put your hands up. I don't think that any of that had to happen. That was excessive, and they do need to be reprimanded accordingly. That could have turned into a very bad situation right there, not to mention the mental anguish those kids may be going through now, because they probably ain't never been in nothing like that. The people that's supposed to protect them drew down on them and spoke to them in a voice that was not friendly, and it was not understandable for the situation that it was. It was way too excessive. And I am 100% behind the community that says enough is enough and we need to do something about it. Shout out to Jay-Z's Rock team, who has sent in legal aid for this family so that they would have a fighting chance on this $10 million civil suit they have going against the city. And I really believe they should be awarded that, if not that, something close to it, because that was unnecessary. It also sends a message out to these other police officers that the day and time of being able to abuse citizens and think you can get away with it is over. I find it disturbing that there was a Facebook they did a whole composition of compiled all of these officers from Arizona who said such racial and derogatory things about people of color. I don't know if I would feel safe living in the city of Phoenix, Arizona. I don't think I would feel safe in the complete state of Arizona with something like that being able to happen. And it's been happening for quite some time. And people have been in the community, the leaders have been trying to bring about change and awareness to the police department. And it took something like this to get national news and to go viral for people to want to do something about it. At the end of the day, you may not like a person because of the color of their skin, and that is sad in this day and time for you to feel that way. But you may not feel that way. You may not like them, but you got to respect them, because we all fall under this thing called laws, and there are laws out here to protect people against folks like that. And folks that feel that way about a human being should not be on the police department, because you got to have compassion, you're going to have understanding, and you're going to know how to be able to, you're going to have to know how to deal with people of all walks of life. I think the training needs to continue. If it's stopped, it needs to start back, so that we can bring about a change to this. But I will be keeping my good eye on this story, because that one threw me. That one threw me, family. I'm going to link a couple of articles down in the description box so that you guys can go over and read it for yourself. And please weigh in down in the comment section. I really want to know how you feel about this, because I know that this is not just happening in Phoenix, Arizona. This is happening in many cities and states throughout the country. And we're going to have to do something about this. This is serious. This is very, very serious and not something to be played with. So I'm going to link all the information down below for you guys. Again, shout out to Miss Thick P&B over on Instagram, my love thing, for sending me this article. And You guys, let me know what you think. For real, let me know what you think. That disturbed me this good Tuesday afternoon. It really did. A dog, the baby a 4-year-old baby walks out of a Family Dollar store with her family, and she has a dog that she's taken out of the store, and the family is not aware of it. Instead of the store or maybe even the police coming to the family explaining what happened and getting the dog back and dealing with the situation however they need to deal with it, they opted to run out, follow these people to their cars, draw down on them, speak to them derogatorily, and treat them with no respect. Like this ain't the America. This is not the United States of America where we are all innocent until proven guilty. And we also should be treated with a semblance of respect. This was excessive. I'm glad that it went viral to draw attention to it. Hopefully, if we draw enough attention to these types of situations, people will learn that they cannot do this, especially if you're wearing a badge. You can't conduct yourself like that with people. And I don't know how comfortable I am with dealing with a group of people who already got a preconceived notion about me simply based off the color of my skin. Damn what I've done, damn the contents of my character. You just want to go off. You just want to treat me like I'm three-fifths a person again. We really need to do better. We need to do better as a people, and we need to do better as a community, for real, and within our communities. If you're going to wear a badge, you can't see color. If you're going to wear a badge, you're going to have some patience, some understanding, some tact. Let me know your thoughts and opinions about this. As always, guys, the depth of your struggle will determine the height of your success. In the meantime, in between time, please remember to rate the video. Ratings get me recognized on these YT streets. Comment down below in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts and opinions about this entire situation. And if you have not become a Love Thing over on the YouTube, please go ahead and hit your subscribe button. Also tap your notification bell button so that each and every time I go live or record a video from this channel, you guys will be able to get the notification and you can come over and join in the conversation. I will see you guys on the next video. Peace.